Beautiful people, welcome to Ganja Yoga. We're going to start our practice in a seated meditation. So whenever you're ready, come on down, sitting on the floor or a pile of pillows or a chair if that's more comfortable. Sit up nice and tall with your spine lengthening, but avoid pressing your chest forward. Instead, think of lifting the crown of the head towards the sky. Rest your arms on your legs, palms turned up, and then close your eyes. Feel your whole body. Draw your awareness into the moment, into your practice. This is time for you, time to check inward. Feel your body and begin to feel your hips heavy on the floor, your seat relaxing, your leg muscles softening. Meanwhile, the spine still lengthens and the crown grows up toward the sky. And from this place, feel your body, let it relax. Bring your awareness deeply into your body and notice what's going on in your body. So you might be inviting relaxation, but you may also notice pain, discomfort, tightness, or tension. See if you can scan your body, and if you notice these things, soften as much as you can and then allow and accept whatever pain might be present. Cultivate this attitude of witnessing your body, of bearing witness to whatever arises in your body. And from this place of embodiment, start to notice your breath. Breathe through your nose and become aware of the flow of breath as it comes in and out of your nostrils. Shoulders relaxed. Allow your belly to soften and see if you can start to feel your breath moving lower in your lungs. So your belly fills as you inhale. As you exhale, your belly gently contracts. And let's do a couple rounds of this. Inhale, fill the belly. Let the side ribs fill. Exhale, belly comes inwards, side ribs come in. And it's about elongating the breath, but not forcing it, not exaggerating it so there's strain. Just coming into the depth of breath that feels good for you. If you're not feeling the breath in your belly, you could put one hand there, shoulders relaxed, and use your hand as feedback, softening, relaxing, moving your belly, your side ribs, as you slow down and fully come into your breath. Once you have the connection with the belly, you might release your hand, resting them palm up on your legs or however's comfortable. Keep letting your shoulders soften. Sometimes they scrunch back up unconsciously. Crown of head lifting to the sky, hips soft, adjusting your posture if you need, so you're comfortable and relaxed. And let's just do 3 more breaths here to start the practice. Slowing down, deepening your breath, using it as an entry point into the practice, into relaxation. But whenever your mind goes off and you forget about your breath, just come back to it. After this exhale, bring your hands to touching each other, thumbs at the heart, prayer pose, and take another breath here, really growing tall. Feel the crown lengthen. Let's give a gentle bow of the head here in honor of our favorite herb. Gratitude for all the abundance that enhances our practice. When you're ready, lift the head back up. Open your eyes if you'd like. And let's take the right hand down to the floor beside the hip and the left hand slowly in a circle overhead. Don't let your shoulders squish up to the ceiling. Use your shoulder blade muscles to pull the shoulder down, even if it feels like the arm's not lengthening as high. And then walk your other hand away bend that elbow and come into a side stretch, but don't let the left buttock come off of the floor. Keep that rooting downward for stability as you arch gently to one side. And we're going to start dynamically to warm up. Inhale, arms 90 degrees, parallel to the floor. Exhale, other arm down, right buttock rooting as you stretch to the side. Inhale, moving with your breath. Exhale, eyes opened or closed, whatever feels more relaxing. You could try both for a few rounds of breath and see which one serves you right now. Let's do 2 more here. Shoulders stay moving down the back. Breathing into the belly, just like we did before we started the movements. Gluing the opposite butt cheek down. And since we started to the right, we'll finish to the left, moving on your own breath timing. And then let's inhale and come back to center. Turn the palms to face upwards. This may be enough stretch for you. You could chill here, shoulders moving down, elbows and wrists moving apart. Or if you'd like more sensation, gently drop the chin down. Avoid rounding your whole spine. Keep lengthening just like you were sitting tall, and only the head comes down. And it's not about getting the chin to the chest or attaining any shape, but rather feeling the sensations. Palm up may even be too intense. Palm down, a great beginner version. So choose your position, modify for you, dropping the head if it feels good. Most important is the breath. Take 5 breaths here. Slow down your exhale. Use each out breath to fully relax. Feel your brain relax, your forehead relax, your jaw, all the cares and concerns. Just a couple more breaths here, knowing you can rest whenever you want to. You can modify whenever you need. If the head is lower, come all the way back up to neutral and slowly lower the hands. Roll the shoulders out a couple times. Yes. Start to feel that first layer of tension peeling off the shoulders, so it's like an onion skin coming a bit at a time. From here, take the right hand to the floor behind you and the left hand to the right knee. Push into your hands to grow up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, twist over to the right. Keep both buttocks on the floor and feel your low back, mid back, upper back all twist. So it's not about how far your head goes, but rather feeling the whole spine awaken. Use an inhale and slowly return to center. Shoulders stay down as usual. Exhale the other side. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist the whole spine, using your hands as leverage, going as far as you can without strain. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Let's go dynamically here. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more each way, really slowing it down. Make the transition between poses just as much a part of the practice as the asanas themselves. Feel your body, notice your mind. Whenever it goes off, just return. Finishing on the left. And whenever you're complete here, come back, rest in stillness for a moment, and feel your spine, your shoulders, just starting to warm up the body. And then let's keep moving here. Come onto all fours. tabletop pose. So your knees are right under your hips, your arms are straight, and your shoulders are right over your wrists. So a lot of us may not feel we have the arm strength. We want to keep the butt back. Do your best to bring shoulders right over wrists, dropping the head down. Push the floor away with your hands so the space between your shoulder blades is not rounding, but rather flat or even slightly arched. Keep dropping your head and feel tension gently release. Make sure you're breathing. Open the fingers wide. Take weight through the whole hand. Take weight through both hands evenly. Just a couple more breaths here, letting the belly drop. This is your time. If the mind distracts you, tries to control you, take you away from your practice, just come back. Have the patience and the discipline to return to the present moment and this sacred time just for you. We'll take just 2 more breaths here. Keep pushing the floor away, softening the head down so the neck can really release. And then if you'd like, gently move the head around. Explore tension through the upper back. Moving slowly with the neck, mindfully here. And then when you're complete, come back to all fours. Tuck your toes under for a foot stretch. And then let's do some cat-cow. Inhale, arch your spine, lift your face. Exhale, round your back. Breathe out and push your heart towards the sky. Inhale to cow pose, reaching your chest, your throat, your eyeballs up. Exhale slowly the other way. Enjoy the transition between the poses. Close your eyes if that's relaxing. Let's do 3 more here. If your wrists are getting sore, make fists instead. The hands or fists are shoulder width apart. The knees are hip bone width apart. And you're feeling your spine. After this third exhale into cat pose, untuck your toes, give your ankles some rolls either way. And then find child's pose, gently melting the butt back onto or toward the heels, the belly onto or towards the thighs, using a pillow here for support if it's more comfortable, and then the forehead onto the floor or towards it. Most important, relaxing the shoulders. This is a resting pose. Let's breathe here. As you inhale, feel your torso expand in 3 directions: front, sides, and back, belly, ribs, and spine. And then as you exhale, it all moves back into the midline, slowing down the breath once more. Soften the shoulders. And if you'd like, turn your palms up in a gesture of openness and release. Let's inhale through the nose here and exhale through an open mouth. And just release. Let go of your day, your worries, all that came before and all that will come. 2 more breaths here in full presence. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. And then on an inhale, let's slowly come up to a kneel. And then from kneeling, come to all fours for a moment and help your right foot forward. If that's not easy, take the hands left to help the foot up. And then you may have to scoot, 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 so the knee is right over the heel. And just take a couple of breaths here in our low lunge. Square your hips to the front of your mat. So that means bring your left hip slightly more forward, using the heel of your hand if you'd like. Your right hip slightly more back. So both are coming equal distance to the wall in front of you. Feel them equal distance to the floor as well, and that takes some body connection that not all of us will have today, but see if you can start to feel where your hips are in space, squaring them to the floor and to the front of the room or the front of your mat. And then as you square the hips, press them forward, get a delicious stretch in the back of that, the front of that back leg. And if you'd like, keep the hands low, finger pads or fists, or on blocks or a stack of books, or if you'd like all the way up overhead. This is not better for all bodies, it just depends on what's good for you. We'll take a couple of breaths here. If the arms are lifted, make sure the shoulders stay down. Eyes on a point for balance, or go ahead and close your eyes if you feel steady. Just one more breath. It's all about opening the hips and having fun. So don't worry about the shape you're making or how it looks. And then on an exhale, plant the hands slowly back down, tuck your back toes under, and find a downward dog. Hips up and back. Let's pedal out the heels like we're riding a bike. So stretch one heel towards the floor and let the opposite knee bend. Feel some action through the calves, the hamstrings. Make sure you're breathing. And if you need to rest in table or child's pose, go right ahead. We'll just pedal for another moment or two. Chin to chest, shoulders soft. Stretching out the legs, maybe moving your butt side to side. And when you're ready, slowly lower back down to a table, and let's let the left foot come forward. If you need to take the hands right to accommodate that, feel free, and then just bring the hands back. So stay low to start, finger pads or fists, so we can get the alignment of the hips. Push your right hip forward so you can use your hand if that's helpful, your left hip back. So both hips again are square to the front of the room. And then push the hips down, waking up that hip that's often a closed clam. When you're sitting, the hips are clamped shut. So now we're encouraging that clamshell to slowly open. It takes time. Stay low if you'd like, or if you prefer, come overhead. Make sure there's still a 90 degree in that front foot. So if anything, walk the toes even more forward. Breathe here. So the breath is the most important part of the practice. Even if your arms are up or down, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you're breathing. Shoulders relaxed. Be here now. Scan your whole body. Let something soften. Even in this more challenging, zesty pose, let something release. And then if your arms are lifted, exhale them down to the floor, shoulder width apart again. Second and final downward dog. Press the hips back and up, pedal it out. Stretching the calves, the feet, stretching the butt, the hamstrings. And then let's come forward and drop the knees back down and come into a upright sort of kneel. Tuck your toes under and have your feet about as wide apart as your head is, or once more the same as your hips. So let's take the right hand and bring it down so the thumb is on the outside of the heel. You can turn your body to get there, but once you're there, see if you can bring your body back. Let your tailbone drop and let the left arm lift to the sky. Couple of breaths here, pushing the hips forward as much as you can, opening the heart. And if this feels too intense, you might just keep both arms overhead and do a back bend. Whether it's back bend or camel, let's just take another breath or two. So you don't have to hold these for long. They're so invigorating, so energizing. Even a little bit will do a lot. And then as you're ready, inhale, engage the core belly muscles, come all the way back up, and we'll change sides. So the thumb is on the outside of your heel, pressing the hips forward and tilting the pelvis so the tailbone goes down and back. looking toward the top hand, shoulders down. Breathing here, softening anything you're able to soften. And then use your core belly to inhale back up. And we'll wash it off with a child's pose. Flattening the feet onto the floor. If you'd like a variation, take the knees wide and bring your torso between your thighs. Arms can be overhead as before, or if you prefer, bring them over your hips. If the forehead doesn't reach the floor, you might place a yoga block or some pillows there. Whatever serves you. Again, sometimes a pillow under the tummy or even under the butt can add a lot of relief if there's some part of child's pose that doesn't work for you. Let's take a couple of breaths here again, breathing into the whole three-dimensional torso. Softening your shoulders. And then let's again inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One or two more if you're called. Each exhale, letting go more and more, sinking into the earth. And on a slow inhale, come back up to seated. Bring your butt to one side so you can kick your legs out. And come to the front of your mat. And slowly rock back onto your back and roll from side to side. Head on the floor, back of neck long, massaging your spine. And when you're ready, take your feet down about as wide as your mat, your legs long, your arms beside your body, palms facing up, corpse pose. Feel your whole body. See if you can soften the shoulders, the hips, the heels. Feel like you're sinking down, heavy. Soften your head, your torso, your arms and your legs. Feel your whole body, heavy and relaxed. Enjoy the fruits of your practice, a moment of stillness and silence. Let go of deep yogic breath and just breathe effortlessly. Know that this is a feeling that you can come back to each and every time you practice. It truly doesn't take much to reset the consciousness, to reconnect to the body. Continue to lie here for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to, roll up slowly. If you're able to stay and enjoy corpse pose, I recommend it. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Namaste.